Welcome viewers, Glaurung here, back with another episode of Rome Total War. And apparently I forgot to move that guy, which may actually be kind of nice, because I should be able to have my rams next turn, which means I might be able to have Condit Redinum back before the enemies get here. Well, so much for that. I'm not sure. They might not join in, though, because they're technically not they're not adjacent to my enemy, and I'm not even sure if they're adjacent to me. Yeah, well, that's really easy then. So I wish I could auto-resolve this with confidence. But as we saw last episode, the auto-resolve is really not worth it. I mean, I would probably lose some... Like, I'd be fine if the auto-resolve only lost me warbands, but if it loses me any druids or any barbarian horsemen, then it instantly becomes not worth it, because those I can't easily replace. In fact, I can't even replace the druids yet. At all. Even in my capital. Warbands, of course, are a dime a dozen, basically. So all I have to do is throw on billions of warbands, and eventually they'll crack. Why are the druids carrying a ram? They have much better uses. And why can't they drop the ram? Oh wait, that's not the druid. I suppose that'd be why. Probably. And why are you the one bearing the ram? More sensible order. Here. There we go. And begin. Now, my left warband battalion may be slightly in range of this guy, so I'll need to make sure that I position them as far to the right as I possibly can. And, of course, I misclick again. Okay, let's see if we can do this without double right-clicking. Yay! That's a miracle. So, if I just have these three warbands, Warcry and Attack, then with the druids chanting behind them, that should easily be enough to defeat this one warband.
The battering ram is at the gate. Our warriors attack. Now is the time for great deeds.
Actually, I think slightly later will be the time for great deeds.
Your warriors have done brave work with the battering ram.
Battering lamb. That'd be cool if we just, like, knocked down the gate with a giant sheep. Baby sheep, to be specific. Can I make this 60? Yeah. Rows of 20. The nice thing about the number 12 is that it can divide so many ways, and as an extension 120, because you can divide it by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 8, yeah. 8, 10, 12, 15, I think 16, possibly, and 20, and half a dozen other numbers, and still have it be equal. Which means that you can make nice even rows of soldiers pretty much however you arrange your warbands. Unlike, say, the barbarian horsemen, where if you want them to be symmetrical, or have even rows, you have to do 3 or 6. And 6 looks really weird. It's too thick, too deep. And, hey, why are you not even rows? I must fix this travesty. There we go. Travesty fixed. Disaster averted. And they're war crying. Are they gonna attack me? I don't know. But I should probably hurry up in case they do. Looks like they're not going to, though. So I needn't have worried. But I can war cry and begin the attack. Wait, does that cancel the war cry? No. It doesn't. Good. Really weird chanting noises. Can they walk and chant at the same time? Should be able to, but I'm not sure they can. No, looks like they can. So then why would you ever, like, not have them chant? And victory seems certain. We're winning. We are not really outflanking them in any way. So I should work on that. Because having three battalions to their one doesn't really matter if we're still just fighting one-on-one. Although we are getting a bit of a surround in here with this, curved battle line. Because the inner line is smaller than the outer line. It's like those magic tricks where you have two curved things and it looks like one of them's taller than the other, but it's just because it's the inner curve versus the outer curve and they're actually the same length. Well, I was kind of hoping these guys would stay completely uninjured, but oh well. We're still easily taking out more of them than they're dealing to us. Yeah, they have like a KDR of at least 3, which is pretty good. Because we have a massive battle line, and come on, put some shirts on, guys. This is a family-friendly channel. And the druids keep providing their support. I don't know what the range on the druids are. Also, I don't know if the chanting only helps morale, or if it also helps, like, actual damage. I hope it helps damage. Because otherwise it's not really doing anything, given that there's clearly no chance that my guys are going to rout against this one war band. Wow, these 3 guys are lasting a long time. Come on. There we go. Down to 1. Nope, down to 2. Oh, and one of them's the general, so he'll probably be the last guy. There can only be one! Well, at least there is only one. And everybody's facing him. It's like a nice little array.
Great victories like this go only to the best.
Not array, but like... Suppose you're wondering why I've gathered you all here today. Oh. Hard to tell whether they were going to spear him or lay down their weapons and worship him, given the way everyone was facing him. And Continent Retinum is ours again. Seems like looting wouldn't be very nice, given that they're our people, but... Oh well. So... construct things, and also in Condit Retinum. Megillanium, do you... Yeah, you could use some slightly more public order, although you don't have a very high garrison, so you're not going to run into any troubles with public order anytime soon. You actually probably have relative... Oh wow, you have the worst trade of any town I have. Though I suppose that would improve if I built buildings. I don't know whether buildings like traders actually work. Do they work additively or multiplicatively? Because if they work additively, then that would actually be a lot more useful than I'm thinking. I don't know, I should check that. Massilia, you already have everything. Never mind. Condit Retinum, can you build a trader for me? No, you cannot. Too bad. Faction influence, or faction leader, with high influence, of course. I should be able to get back to the city, but in case I can't, I'll leave one more band behind. So, This will be a slightly harder battle than last time. Ooh, and they have chariots. And chariots tend to be more, less dangerous than they seem, because they knock people over a lot, which can make it look like they're killing tons of people, but then they just get back up. But they are still good at breaking up formations, so if you send in chariots first, and then send in your troops, when the enemy's formations are broken and they're all disorganized, that can be a good, good way to break an enemy, although it is rather costly in chariots, because chariots are not very good in frontal combat. How do I do this? That looks good. Of course, I can't get nice even rows with everybody because some of them are injured. And Brennus on the left, and rows of 4, because 48, since the faction leader always stands, or the general always stands off to one side. Cavalry to guard both of my flanks, and ideally to flank the enemy too. They're not going to move up at all, so it gives me free rein to move in and attack. Excellent. Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britons never... Oh, wait. He's attacking. Oh, that's right. No. I thought that light chariots were a general unit, but I think that's, later after the Marius reforms. I don't know, maybe it's before the Marius reforms that they get, chariot generals. Also, what's that shooting? Oh! Light chariots are actually archers. I forgot about that. They aren't exclusively archers, of course. Obviously, all units have a melee attack in this game, but they are better at being archers than at charging in. And once the chanting dies down a little bit, charge! Into the Valley of Death they rode the 500. Well, hopefully these guys won't be like the charge of the Light Brigade, but hopefully they'll do slightly more competently. And one thing that chariots are very, very good at is killing cavalry, so I definitely do not at all costs want to get into a cavalry battle with chariots, because they will win every time.
The warlord of the enemy army is running
And
like a
that was
startled
quick.
goat. Hunt him, goats.
Wow,
Enemy flee from the field.
that was easy. If these were scythe chariots, then I would have trouble running them down, because they would kill me even though they're routing. But I don't think that non-scythe chariots will do that. So I should be safe. It looks like I won't be able to catch up with them, but it's fine because sending these guys ahead means that if some of these guys get too far ahead, I'll have a unit to deal with them anyways. Yeah, okay, I'm clearly not going to catch up to them. But I can get everybody else. And 99% casualties doesn't seem too bad. Okay, maybe 95. Maybe I should save these guys for my general. Well, I mean, I suppose my faction leader is like almost dead. He's like 50 something, so not really much point in getting him tons of XP. Not like my up-and-coming go-getter general who's only 18 and yet has been in the wars. Not sure what wars, because there hadn't been any wars until he was born, but whatever. Even though the game hadn't started. Okay, 98%. That's decent. Less than I usually get, but still pretty good. Accidentally knocked my headphones off. Whoops. Almost. Isn't that the same quote we saw coming in? Okay, I get it, Thucydides. I have money. A little bit, anyways. Oh, we can just barely make it back to Condit Retinum. That's convenient. Retinue expands, excellent. And wow, again. I wish I had someone... I wish that was on someone more useful. Speaking of which, maybe I should... you can actually transfer retinue from general to general, which means... but they go away when the general dies, which means that if I can get Brennus into an army with another general, I can transfer his retinue over before he dies, and that means that, because I don't think retinue ever dies naturally, so if I can do that, then I might eventually be able to get his awesome retinue over to my up-and-coming awesome general, who's only 19. And hopefully I'll be able to transfer his pet idiot over to someone who is slightly less useful. We can never go wrong with too many warbands. Well, okay, technically you can, but not easily. Can I build, like, good units yet? Still can't build my super swordsman, but I can at least build some kind of swordsman. What's the difference between these guys? 13 to 13. And 16 versus 8. So yeah, I think swordsmen are probably slightly better. Though what's the charge bonus? They have slightly higher charge bonus. So which one's more expensive? Yeah, so they're basically about even. Oh, but these take 2 turns to recruit, so I'll get swordsmen. And how much better are they than warbands? Actually, not all that much. And the smaller size might almost make them worthless, unfortunately. At least you can build warbands, so you can retrain warbands. And yeah, next turn you'll be able to move out on your own, see the world. Still can't build spies anywhere, as far as I know. Is the Spanish city besieged? Yes, good. Any more useful guys? Spanish mercenaries, what do you do? Use a missile weapon? That's decent. 7 to 12 versus 7 to 10. Yeah, so obviously more useful than the barbarian mercenaries. Although they are slightly cheaper, I wonder why. Oh, because they get fewer soldiers. I'll hire those two. And how many units do they have? Not that many. In fact, since it's only town militia and round shield cav, I think I'm going to fight. Fight, 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 fight. The round shield cavalry, if I remember correctly, are relatively good. I think they would be equivalent to my barbarian noble cavalry, though it might just be the same as my cavalry. But since they only have infantry with no good, or only have cavalry with no good infantry units to support, doesn't really matter. I win anyways. Pretty much regardless of how good their cavalry is. Even a battalion of Praetorian cavalry wouldn't be good enough here. And I believe that Praetorians are the best cavalry in the game, with the arguable exception of Macedonian cataphracts, but honestly, I'm pretty sure that Praetorians are still better, because if I remember correctly, the Praetorians have slightly lower slightly lower defense, but they have significantly higher attack than Macedonian cataphracts. So I think that the Praetorians are much more useful. Well, more useful anyways. Not entirely sure about much more useful. Oh wow, these guys are much more compact than warbands, too. That's interesting. Wonder why. I guess because they're supposed to be more disciplined. So they can pack in tighter, because they're, like, actually marching in formation instead of just kind of standing around. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of cool how much attention they pay to detail. And since I think that these guys are more useful than warbands, in fact they're, yeah, pretty much purely better than warbands, I'm going to have them move up behind the gate. And slingers fire in a straight line. Like, they don't fire over anything, which means that I can't use them to shoot over this wall. So, no point in moving them up. Also means that if you have them behind your troops, they'll cut them down, so you want to be careful about that. Just have a couple of warbands in the back, just in case, though I don't expect I'll need them. Although, on the other hand, maybe I should use them first instead of the Spanish mercenaries, for the simple reason that the Spanish mercenaries can't be retrained, while warbands, anywhere with like a muster field or something, is able to retrain warbands. Oh, these guys are facing the wrong way for this. They're gonna get destroyed. Oh, never mind. Okay, they're going to get lightly damaged, apparently. And at least we got them to leave. Not sure I'll be able to hit these town militia because I think they're gonna like go over in front of the gate or something, but looks like I still can. And decent casualties, but whoops. Okay, magic flying Pila that somehow catch up to them even though they were moving. Don't know how that works, but I'm glad for it.
Your warriors have broken the gate. The way is open. Let your men kill all the cowards
Okay, so
inside.
since they do have some resistance, I think I want to send in my best troops first. So you guys get over here. You guys line up in front of the gate first. Is that 8 by 10? I think so. Not that it really matters. And run, because I don't feel like waiting around, although I suppose I could put it on triple speed. Oh, they're coming out to attack? Really? Nope, not quite. Is there a way you can get in range without, like, dying? Okay, that's not a good way to get into range. And those should be in range of our Pila, or whatever the equivalent is, so I'm not sure why. What in the world are you doing? Why are you being weird? What were they attacking? There's nobody to attack. Why? Why do you think that you're attacking? You think that you're attacking, but you just can't, Nemo. Oh. Hey, you are in range from here. Wait, of whom? These town militia? Oh, I guess like one or two of the outer guys are in range. Up, now everyone is. Up, and devastating heavy Pila. Or Pila equivalent. I don't know what the Spanish word for Pila is. Or Pilum.
Our warriors have taken the walls. Now the streets will run with blood.
Okay, well, took the gate, but that doesn't really matter since it was already broken down. Oh, they're coming back to... Ah! I didn't pause in time. Whoops. Oh well. We should easily be able to rout them in a single combat, because it's like 6-8 versus 7-10 attack, offense, and defense, so... yeah. 1 to 10, or 2 to 20 or something. Casualties. Oh, although... I should have brought some cavalry in here. In fact, why not bring my general? Which army is this? Oh right, the Iberian one. Because we're in Iberia. Suppose that would make sense. Have a certain twisted logic to it. I don't know why you're blowing the horn as if you're going into battle, given that you're miles away, but it's fine by me. How did you already lose 7 men while I was gone? Just fighting skirmish. Oh, they're missile weapons, probably. And there we go, route. So you can stop doing that. I should bring in some more troops, because this is not going to cut it, I don't think. And the slingers, just in case they get here in time. Bring in, what should I bring in? Barbarian cav? No point. Bring in some war bands, and 1 war band unit should be good. Because... oh, whoa. Okay. I didn't think they were going to do something so stupid as actually attacking. Oh, why did I put that on triple speed? I didn't mean to do that. Is that my guy routing? Why are my guys routing? Come on, what are you doing? Okay, rear charge. There we go. Okay, this is not going well. This is a really strong general. Holy cow! They didn't lose a man? Oh, now they're starting to lose men. Well. Balance of forces is evenly matched. But we killed their warlord, so that's good.
With his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
Warband, you guys come in from the back. We don't have time for a charge, or for a war cry. There we go. Starting a route. Oh wait, no, that's still my guys routing, not theirs. So... okay, why did you stop right before you got to them? And here we go, route. But I think they're gonna get to the town square in time before we can kill very many of them. Maybe not. Of course. I could be wrong. Okay, focus your attention on the bodyguard, but given that they're already heavily damaged and winded, shouldn't take long for them to rout. Yep. Couldn't see that one coming. My warbands are only warmed up. Man, these guys are surprisingly aggressive. I wouldn't have expected them to come out and attack like that. Which, in retrospect, was not a good thing. War cry, and then start combat. Glad I have such a good general here. I don't know who this is, but he's been doing pretty well for me so far. Okay, and engage everybody now. Where'd my Balearic slingers go? Here they are, finally. Took them long enough to get here. They're entering the cycle of defeat, where they come out, rout, die a little bit, go back to the town center, rinse, repeat. Oh wait, war chant, or war cry. I don't know, what does the war cry do? Improves attack, good. I thought it might just improve morale, but it actually does improve attack, which is much more useful. Well, I suppose I did prove that I needed morale, given that my mercenaries routed, but I don't need it that often. And certainly not in this case. Because they're down to 2%. That's pretty good. And 3 guys left holding the city. Now 1. The last defender. Do, 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 do. Why are you just standing there? This is some interesting combat going on right now. Well. I kind of don't want to interrupt this. You're just, like, bowing before him or something. Oh, never mind.
Fight no more. The enemy are in full flight, and the victory is yours.
I like the barbarian victory music. Makes me feel like getting up and doing an Irish jig. Probably way off beat, but I don't care. There we go. 1 closer to the 15 needed. Sword bearer, that's good. Nice, and more command for this guy, who is already, he was acceptable. Now he's downright good.
Yes.
And I think that's all for this turn. But I'm sure I forgot something. Julii should be pretty much completely destroyed soon. Because those are their last 2 cities, and I think they contain all of their remaining armies. Which means I could just wait until this dies, but that would be 7 turns, and that's kind of slow. So I think I'm going to speed things up a bit. But I do want more men, because I think that the army besieging it is already injured. And you get a traitor, so you have... Interesting. Wait, does that show me... Ah, so that actually shows me how much it's going to go up. That's nice. Wait. Traitors increase population growth? Well, if I had known that... Oh. Well, I would have been building them everywhere. Played this for this long and didn't know that. That's everywhere. Still no cities growing. That's kind of annoying, actually. I do want to keep Brennus near his army, because I want him to lead the army. So, you can drag and drop. There we go. See if there are any useless guys, because I don't want to transfer them in that case. Whoops. So, hang on. Why does this say... Oh, never mind. I thought they had just all, like, died in the door of an atom smasher or something. So, Windex, you are actually just going to be a carrier for the disease. I mean, retinue. I want to get him over to Atticablaxus, or whatever his name is, the super general down in the Julii.
Yes.
Adcobravitus. Well, that's an easy name to say.
Orders.
Okay, you're pretty badly damaged. So... Why can't I... Oh. Well, then just lift the siege. Oh, cool. There's a site of a famous battle. Huh.
Orders.
Didn't realize... Forgot that that could show up.
Yes. Chief. Chief.
And... I like having full units.
Splitting the
Whoops. Oh.
Forward.
Okay, well, that was what I wanted to do. I accidentally thought... I thought I had almost accidentally lifted the siege. Skirmishers are really not that useful anyways. So, get some war bands over here. You only need to be strong enough to defend yourself. I don't plan on attacking over here, at least not until the Siege of Arretium is finished. So, you two get over here. You get over here. Can either of you train cavalry yet? Because that'd be a lot more useful. Ooh, swordsman. Well, that's more useful marginally than warbands, so might as well. Alliance. Wonder who it is. And I think that's this turn. So, how will the Julii react? Apparently they'll do literally nothing. Well, that's fine by me, of course. Captain Amoeba, you are going to disappear. Oh. Did not get to execute him. That's unfortunate. Oddly enough. And I think next turn I'll probably attack here, because I just want to have that swordsman, because that should be the first opportunity I'll have to try it out, I think. And you keep heading back down to Roman lands. Since apparently these things increase population growth, then... Oh, no, it's only the first level. Interesting. But this will let me build spies, and it's probably more useful than the other things, so... Wait, does Tavern decrease corruption or anything? No. Too bad. Hey, what are you doing there? 1 battalion of peasants is all you guys need. And over here, trader for population growth. Well, looks like there's not a whole lot to do this turn. You should have some peasants to leave behind. No, actually. What was I doing last turn? I don't know, but it wasn't good, apparently. So I'll have to wait. So, looks like we might be able to get 1 battle in. Nope, never mind. That's their faction heir, and he's stronger than my faction leader. So I'm not gonna want to engage him right now. Head back to Elysia, pick up some elite troops in the form of swordsmen, and should I build native? No, they take too long. And I want warhounds. Wait, in the pink? Doesn't that decrease hit points? Oh, no. Sounds like it should be like they have debts, but slightly different. Interesting. -1 command while defending? Oh wait, that's my one of the people in my capital. I thought that was my faction leader, Brennus. Make sure I don't have any extra people sitting around, because if I have 2 family members in any cities, I want to spread them out so they can manage different cities. Doesn't look like it, though. Hopefully he won't attack Condate Redinum again, but, I mean, if he does, it's such a small city, barely contributes anything anyways, so I don't really care. Even if he sacks it, it wouldn't be that terrible. Ooh, Warlord's Hold. That upgrades the city. Woohoo, finally. And high taxes everywhere. Tax and spend. No, I'm waiting till next turn for these guys to arrive.
General.
And actually, they could probably defeat me if they attacked, but shh, don't tell them that. Yeah. This is good. Oh, in my capital I should build some more cavalry, because I really don't have very much of that right now. Uh-oh. Besieging me. Well, that gives something for my Spanish army to do.
Lord, orders.
Run away!
Chief, orders.
Organize you guys a little bit. Actually,
Orders.
I can
Chief.
do this without even losing,
General. Chief.
any movement points
Move out.
by just moving them out in order.
Orders. Move out.
Oh, really? That's not enough, a high enough garrison for you? Wow. You're so demanding. Okay, well, more peasants.
Orders.
Just throw peasants at the problem. That usually solves anything.
Unable to move.
Wow, a single not faction leader, but a single general versus 3 peasants. That should be an interesting combat. And he'll probably win. You can't build anything anyways, but when the siege lifts, I want you to build a market. Captain Brycham, you can arrive, and as soon as I'm done with everything else, I will attack there. So that's gonna actually, looks like it's getting close to time to end the episode.
No more moves.
So I guess I will see you guys next video. Bye!